So welcome back, or should I say welcome back to myself since I haven't been uploading much on this channel. But what we're gonna do, or what I plan on doing, is actually starting another series where I build a website from scratch. Now I know what you're thinking. This already been done before on my channel and it hasn't actually progressed any further than 2 videos. The only reason why I don't want to continue that series is because it's a little too long for what it is. Because I could condense most of the material into a few, maybe 10-minute, at most 20-minute videos. So I want to cut that down and make it more accessible for other people who are watching the video, so they could, skim around and jump to portions of a website that they're building and find what they're looking for, instead of going through an hour-long video and try to figure it out. So my whole intent is to build a whole website from scratch. That includes things like nav bars, dynamic web pages, logins, user profiles, etc. Or if you have any suggestion, or maybe you're confused or stuck on a problem with building a website, feel free to leave it in any of the comments down below so I can see it and hopefully do it in the future. But in the beginning, we're going to start off with very basic things such as nav bars and design and layouts and stuff like that. And later on, we'll progress into more complicated subjects such as, dealing with databases, maybe making dynamic web pages and so forth. But what I can say right now is everything's going to stack from here on out. So any alterations in the future might be dependent on a few videos back. So if you miss a video or something like that, I'll probably mention it in the video itself so that you could go check that out and then you could come back to the video that you're currently watching. Another thing to point out is that I'm going to use very limited amount of languages, and these are probably the most common you'll see when building a website. And those are going to be HTML, CSS/Sass, PHP 7, jQuery/JavaScript, and MySQL. And we might dabble a bit with Ajax, but we'll get to that when we get to that. And so the only framework that I'm going to be using is Sass. If you're not comfortable with Sass, that is completely fine. You can continue using CSS. The only difference is that the syntax and the organization of my website that I'm going to be building in front of you guys is going to be a little bit different. So feel free to use whichever one you want. So I guess that's it for this introduction to my series. I don't know if I said this earlier, but the idea is I'll post 1 video per day on a subject related to building this website. Now that's pretty ambitious when it comes to me, because I've done this countless times before, where I promise something and I never actually follow through. Maybe because I just get too lazy. That's mostly the reason, and because of school and work and so forth. So ideally 1 video a day, if not roughly a video every other day or so forth. And I'm hopefully getting this series completely done probably sometime, I would say at most next year. I know that sounds like a lot, but I think about all the components that you see in a website, and I'm going to try to implement all those components. So there's no really any kind of direction when I'm going with this website. So let's say I see a cool nav bar from this website. I'm going to take that design and put it on here. Maybe I see a cool social page. I'm going to try to imitate that and put it on here. And then, various components. So it'll have components of every type of website, including e-commerce, landing pages, social websites, and anything of that sort. So that's why there's this accumulation of various things that you can learn from this series. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. In the next video, we'll talk about getting started with the website, setting up our folders, our local web servers, our framework, which is Sass, but you don't have to use Sass, and stuff like that before we actually start building our website. So I guess I'll see you in the next video.